All right, y'all, we're at Second and Charles. They got comic books, they got Funko Pops, they got all kind of toys and stuff. So let's check it out and see if we can find some comic books, any good keys for good deals. Second and Charles has a lot of comic books, so definitely check them out, but just be careful what you buy. To me, they look a little overpriced, but that's just my opinion. DC stuff. It's a lot of different stuff. Some of this newer stuff is not too bad for $2, but this other stuff you just gotta be careful what you buy. Cause I looked up some sketch. There's some other books down here y'all can dig all in through. Check out these Funko Pops at Second and Charles, y'all. Well, you can't really see. Oh yeah, look, $200, $350. That's Freddy Funko is Steve. Oh, for Stranger Things, I don't know if you can see it. $600. That's Pennywise. There's a Loki, they're asking $600. Scarlet Witch, that's pretty good. $100. Charmander, and there's a Moon Knight right there. $65. That's the Walgreens exclusive, but the box looks a little rough. They're pretty good stuff. A little overpriced. If you're shopping here, just be careful, because I don't think they really know what they really got. So let's see though. Got the glitter one. Let's see the dress. That's so cool. I think that's too much. But this one might be a pretty decent deal, $35. Gonna look this one up and see what the price is, and looks like the condition is really, really good. So let me look that up and see how we're at, where we're at with that. We're at Second and Charles, y'all. Got an X-Men number 60, Sauron. Pretty good. I think that might be the first appearance of Sauron. Then got 61. Youngblood number 2. This is the second Storm Shadow or Shadow Storm, maybe. Something like that. And got Captain Carter number 1. Pretty good. Usually these books are at Second and Charles a little overpriced, but today, let's see what they're asking for this one. $7, not too bad. For Captain Carter, that book kind of passes over his peak. This one, $7. Gotta look at some of these. This one they're asking, I was about to buy this book, and if you open it up, this is actually a JCPenney second print. You wouldn't know unless you see the back of it. Let me show you what it looks like. So just be careful if you buying these raw, to look out for it. See, this is how the back looks, which means it's from JCPenney. It's an older one. I mean, it's a reprint, so yeah, I wouldn't get it unless you want a reprint, but you want the original one. So this is not the one to get. I'll show you what it's supposed to look like. I'll pop it on the screen with this thing, what you want to get. So I'm gonna pass on these books. All right, y'all, we just got back from Second and Charles, and I almost made a big mistake by buying X-Men number 60. That's actually a second print from JCPenney. So just be on the lookout for that, and just know your books. I actually I Googled it, and I went on eBay and put CGC, and I looked at the back of the book to make sure that it was a original, and it wasn't. It was a second print from JC. It's called a JCPenney variant, but I knew X-Men had number 67 and through 93 was all second print, and they make them look different. Like Cyclops, it shows like him with a new suit on, and then it'll show the other one. It doesn't say none of that stuff about him having a new costume or suit, whatever you want to call it. But see, these, they look exactly the same, and then you wouldn't know unless you've seen the back of it. So definitely take it out, look at it, and just know your comic books. I personally didn't know that. I actually bought Submariner number 8 a while back, and I was looking up the prices, and I seen that like a 9.8 was going for like nothing. It was going for like $150. I'm like, dang, that's it. And that's right when Submariner got announced to be in Black Panther. So I was like, man, I found one. I didn't realize that JCPenney made a variant edition or a second print edition. And so when I bought it, I looked it up, and like I said, I seen a 9.8 for nothing. So I looked at the back of it to make sure, and then I had the original one, but I wasn't aware of that
they had a second print or JCPenney edition, and I had no idea about the X-Men one neither until yesterday or today. Well, it was yesterday, but yeah, I didn't know until yesterday that they had that. So I just let y'all know to be on the lookout for that, because that book's around $300. So I seen it for $35. I knew it was a good deal because it looked really nice. And the only way to tell is to look at the back of it. So, like, see this, obviously you can tell that this is a second print because they don't have the Rainbow Bridge, and this right here is a different color, and this is supposed to be 25 cents. You see what I'm saying? They make it look different. They should. That way you wouldn't make it. Somebody put this for $300 and somebody's new at it, they would buy it and not know. So you always got to make sure you look out for that stuff, and just to be careful when you buy stuff in person and buy it online, because I didn't want to make that mistake, and I want y'all to make the mistake that I almost did. I only been collecting for like 3 years, so I didn't know nothing about that. So if y'all not aware of that, JCPenney does make a second print or a JCPenney variant that's not worth half. Not even. I mean, I told you the Submariner number 898 was like $150, and then the original one's like $1,000 or something. I'm not sure exactly. I'm just kind of saying a price, but it's not worth that at all. But I do wish this was a. See, I paid $10 for this a long time ago, and obviously, and this thing is super duper high grade. I actually was thinking about getting it graded, even though I know it's a second print, and it's something I will hang on the wall because it's really neat. I wish I did have number 4, but this is an awesome book. This is one of my Grail books I want to get one day if I ever find it for cheap. I don't care what grade it is. I do want to get it graded. Maybe like a 3. I think a 3.0 is going for like almost $1,000. So it's hard to find this book. So I bought this one for $10 at my local LCS a while back. Actually, when I first started, and you can tell the Rainbow Bridge ain't the same color or nothing like that, but. Just be on the lookout for the JCPenney variants, and if you can, open the book up and look at the back of it. If you're at a comic shop, ask the people, can I open this up? Or let them open it up, 'cause some people get crazy. I had an incident about somebody get mad about a book falling, but this tape, let them pull the tape off, or some of them have this like strip on it where it's kind of tape won't get on the book. It's pretty cool. But that's it for today, y'all. If you're enjoying the content, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Have a good one.
Here we go.